Hershey Park Arena. This is Shel Siegel along with Marv Wilensik, all set to bring you all the fall-by-fall action. As we mentioned earlier, Larry Sheridan is ill back in the Lehigh Valley, unable to be with us. We wish you get well, Larry. But we have a gentleman who has been with us throughout the 1987-88 college season to handle all the play-by-play for us. And Marvin, it's a pleasure to have you here and to welcome you to the Pennsylvania Public Television Network.
Well, Shel, it's always great to be involved with wrestling, and I too wish Larry a speedy recovery. It's unfortunate that March 17th comes when it does in relation to the state tournament.
Okay, we're all set to go. Bill Harris will be the first official here in the AA Championship Finals. On the mat will be Chris Reichard. He is from District 11, North Schuylkill High School, coached by Joe Cesari. And his opponent on the mat will be Ryan Sella, who is from Avella High School, District number 7, coached by Jeff Gordon. Chris Record will be in the red ankle band, and Ryan Sella will be with the green. And now here's Marv Wilensik. Marvin?
Well, right in goes Record and picks up the single and has the first two on a very basic opening shot. Two wiry kids here, Shel. Reichard barring up that arm and a good tight waist rider.
Okay, keep working, guys. Keep working. Come on.
For the benefit of those of you new to high school wrestling, the significant difference in timing, of course, in the periods, there are 3 two-minute periods rather than the opening 3-minute period you see in college wrestling. They wrestle 2, 2, and 2.
Sella trying to switch, but out of position, getting his hip caught in underneath. Good extension by Record, and now he starts to ride tough, working up toward that head. And you'll see he's a very aggressive wrestler. He's going to split those legs, come across to the head, and try to turn him into a cradle.
Still on.
The official saying he's still on because the supporting points of the offensive wrestler is still on the mat, Shel. In white, Chris Record.
Okay, new start.
Off they go. Here's the first takedown, Larry. Marvin?
Yeah, right in on that single, picks it straight up, brings it there, and then just kicks the back leg out, drives down hard into a good position. You see good coaching, brings it right to the mat with the hips out and ready to go to the head if he gets an opening.
Chris Record from North Schuylkill High School, District 11. He is in the white wrestling jersey. Ryan Sella in the blue.
2-0. Favor of Record at North Schuylkill.
Is composed of Monroe, Carbon, Schuylkill, Northampton, Lehigh, Berks, and Bucks counties. That is the District 11 areas.
Record with a tight armbar, Shel, and a good tight waist ride. Looks very, very confident at this point, and very adept. Looking to stack if he gets a chance. Swinging always in toward the position where he can leap to the head.
Go, come on, let's go.
2-0, Shel, in favor of the North Schuylkill wrestler. Record as the period ends.
Okay. And 2-0 lead for Chris Record. This is the AA Championship Finals of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association title.
2-0, gentlemen, 2-0, second period.
That was Avella coach Jeff Gordon. On your screen, there was a deferral. Toss was won by Record, and he elected to defer, giving the initial choice to Sella. Sella took the bottom, trailing 2-0, and Record right back in, splitting those legs, and it's maybe Navy move. Tight waist, bar arm, good wrist control.
Go.
On the season this year, Record has a 27-1 record. Ryan Sella is 26-3-1. And Record is, of course, a 2-time state place winner.
Sella tries to move, Shel, when he does get an opportunity against this tight ride. Likes to move out parallel, swinging the leg through, looking for an elevator or a switch, but he's not going to get that opportunity with a guy who rides like this. There he sat through and went into the switch. Record right in on the leg. He'll be taking him to his back shortly, driving across him. There's the tight waist ride again.
We remind you also, another major difference is riding time does not mean anything, although they do keep track of it. It does not count for anything. 2-1 lead for Chris Record. Down to the last 50 seconds.
You think about that
period.
That riding time thing, Shel. all the time you spend on the top, all you're doing is kind of protecting a 2-point lead. Now it's 2-1. He doesn't have any benefit at all from doing all that riding. I suppose you're saying, well, you ought to be moving harder for the fall.
I guess, Marv, that's about the only reason they would encourage doing away with riding time, because one would think you would be entitled to something for dominating a match, but not in high school.
College,
I recall in college, at
yeah.
one time they used to give 2 points in college years ago.
Depending on the amount of time. But I think if your approach to it, as you see Rickard swinging back, he's cross ankle pick. He's going to get 2 here. If he drives across the head, he may get more, Shell. He's looking to work that into a cradle. Nice move on the bottom by Sella. Nice move by Sella.
Time running out.
Came out from under there. He's got 2 at least. Very, very good move on a mistake by Rickard. Injury clock underway, so on your right here you'll see it. There's Rickard in good position. Needs to extend his hips back and be patient as he had cross ankle pick. Now right there is where he's got to be patient, and Sella, in a very nice move, felt the balance, just turned him through and put him over. So it's 3-2 now.
Bill Keene, who has been with us for a long time, of course, he is the sports director of WLYC and WILQ Radio in Williamsport. And Bill, of course, for many years has provided a lot of valuable data for us, and we appreciate he's back with us again. He reminds us that North Schuylkill, of course, still has an outside chance at the team title, but for them to win, all 3 of the North Schuylkill wrestlers must win in the finals, must win by a fall, and all 3 Benton wrestlers are going to have to lose, which is not a probable circumstance, but the possibility does exist. 4 seconds to go.
Ryan Sella now on top in the dark blue, and Jersey is leading 3-2.
And the period concludes, and it's a 3-2 lead for Ryan Sella, coming back in the closing moments of the period.
Well, this will be the test now for Rickard, who's 27-1, and that's the fact that Sella was very opportunistic, saw that one mistake in balance and made the most of it. Sella can ride him out for 2 minutes. He'll get something. Won't get any riding time, but he'll get a win. Let's see what he does.
Third and final 2-minute period on the way here.
3-2, the wrestler on top, Sella from Avella. In the lead, 3-2, as Rickard struggles to free the arm, and Sella giving Rickard the same type of ride. Same highway, just a different car.
Done.
The officials will be looking to see whether Sella will be moving toward a fall here, Shell, with 1.5 minutes to go. I think that's what they're going to see. They're going to try to force, and should rightfully force, Sella to move aggressively as Coach Jeff Gordon looks on. Official Bill Harris setting the wrestlers. Rickard looking to sit through into the switch. Steps over.
Watch that knee, watch that knee.
And he's got the 2. 4-3 now, Shell. Favor of Chris Rickard of North Schuylkill.
2.
Must make an attempt to bring him to the mat. That's what the counting was by the official. And there's a dangerous position.
Here's the reversal coming up, Mark.
Yeah, he sits out. Now he slides his hips nicely, gets right into the switch position. Sella trying to re-switch him. Doesn't get through. Didn't keep his control with his leg. Shove it away. Rickard just gets on top, spins right around, collects his money.
Okay, we got 1.5 minutes to go there. Unhappy coach for a moment there, Jeff Gordon.
That was, I think, Joe Cesare, who's just kind of shaking his head saying, how does all this happen?
It's a 4-3 lead.
45 seconds, Shell, as Sella must get free. Let's see what they call you. It's a dangerous situation.
44 seconds to go here at 98 pounds. Tight match. Chris Rickard and Ryan Sella with Rickard up by 1.
Getting close to warning Rickard about stalling now. You know, he's been riding him this way most of the bout, and he hasn't come up with the question of going for a fall. Sella turning in. Big moment in this bout at the 35-second mark, Shell. Sella stretching. Loses it. Rickard holds him. Rickard has to now move for the fall. Sella needs to get free. He needs 1 point to tie the match. He's trying as he sits through. turns. Rickard holding onto the leg, which he's entitled to do. And there's a stalling warning shell on Chris Rickard of North Schuylkill, but there's 17 seconds to go. So Sella must really take advantage of the first move to force Rickard to come after him in order to take advantage of the stall. Stands up, takes the hand off. Rickard goes in on the leg. This is a balance test. He's out, Shell. He's got a point. This whole match is tied up. With 8 seconds to go, it's tied up. And Ryan Sella of Avella really moving on Rickard. He's almost there. He's got it at the 1 second mark. At the 1 second mark, he scored 2 points. And Ryan Sella, as the officials confirm.
And that's right, they're going to check. That might have come in the last second, and there's going to be a conference. Let's listen.
Takedown, it said, was after the buzzer, overtime. Right.
You heard it, takedown after the buzzer, so we're going to have overtime.
I couldn't begin to hear
You can look at the last few seconds here and gauge for yourself.
Good.
You see the clock is actually out, and the referee has not made the sign.
No
so
question.
You saw it.
No question, a correct call is Channel 39 Instant Replay, which is probably the final arbiter. They'll be after you next year, Shell, to take part in the instant replay process.
If the time was there. Okay.
The official made the right statement, Shell. This place is packed, and these fans are excited, and you just couldn't hear the buzzer. The people at the desk certainly are able to judge that, to help him with it. Great effort, Shell, by Sella. He really looked like he was out of it. Rickard was in complete control of the bout, and he came to life.
158-pound match will have Rob Cole of St. College and North Carolina wrestling. At 177
Okay, gentlemen, shake hands again. We're going to go 1-1-1. Good luck.
Okay, we have 3 1-minute periods coming up here at overtime. 3 1-minute periods. Everything else is wiped out. Ooh.
That was
Coming around quickly.
Missed shot by Rickard, Shell. He shot in for the ankle, didn't finish the move. He missed the shot.
Go with it, go with it. Go with it.
Came away with a nice takedown for Ryan Sella, who has clearly, from about the midpoint of this bout, when he scored some points, been a new wrestler. Breathed some life into him.
As we remind you, that was a good call by referee Bill Harris. As you saw on the replay, time was exhausted. Takedown coming late, and so we're in the first 1-minute overtime period here at 98. 2-0 lead, Ryan Sella.
Keep working, come on. Let's go.
Period ends, 2-0 lead.
Okay, red choice.
And you can see the takedown, the only points in the period.
Just
down.
This shot, a nice alert reaction by Sella, the
2-0.
wrestler in blue.
Second overtime period coming up, 1 minute. Ryan Sella of Avella High School, 26-3-1 on the season against Chris Rickard, North Schuylkill High School, coached by Joe Cesari, 27-1, and Sella leading here in the second period.
Nice move by Sella as Rickard had to stand up and started to come through, underhooked the arm. He went right through with it. Now he's got the legs split in the Navy Bride position. He's going to try to turn him. Looking very aggressive. Here again, though, Shell, other than getting the stalling warning, forcing the stalling warning, you don't get any credit for the amount of time you ride.
That's right. Half a minute to go, second period.
Coach Gordon saying same thing, same thing. Rickard very much on the defensive here, Shell, at this point. He may need a burst of life, some mistake by Sella. Rickard has been warned, so that's the first stalling warning in the overtime.
No, yeah, top man first. Got to be in the middle here. You're over here.
That's a caution.
Top man. Okay, you're set. Go ahead, top man.
Half a minute to go here in the second period.
Good snap back by Sella to hold that position. See your clock up on the top of your screen.
That's the time remaining in the second overtime period here at 98 pounds. AA championship final.
Sella's really working hard here. He's making Rickard feel every inch of his weight, and that's going to help across the board in the third period.
Second overtime is history. Sella from Avella out in front by a score of 2-0. Third period on the way.
2-0.
Sella can score. He'll be Sella from Avella, the most happy fella.
You ready? Go ahead.
Sella also gets out from the down position if he escapes here in the last minute. Rickard will really have his work cut out for him. He'll be down by 3.
Pretty good job catching the leg as Rickard went to put it through. It's
dangerous.
A little more patient with that than stays down with it and holds on to that leg.
Joe Cesari.
Okay, go ahead.
And the assistant coach for North Schuylkill. District 7 is the counties in southwestern Pennsylvania surrounding Pittsburgh.
Neutral.
That's the largest district in the WP. It's WPIAA. There it is. The snap. Now Rickard is very tired at this point. He's been worked over very hard by the aggressive Sella. Rickard trying to headlock there, but not really in very good position to do it. His back to him.
Come on, keep working.
Sella forcing it now. 30 seconds.
So unless a miracle of a fall rears its head here, Ryan Sella will be the winner, and Chris Rickard will become a 3-time state place winner, but will not be a champion. 15 seconds to go here in the third overtime period. Bill Harris, the official on the mat. There you see him.
Okay, we got 15 seconds, guys. 15.
Dr. John Hosage is the tournament director of officials today, handling the officials.
Bill Harris, insurance agent in Wilkes-Barre, Shell.
Neutral, neutral.
They gave him a neutral on that.
5-1 on the escape, but it's going to be it.
Sella's going to keep his leverage back and win the state championship. AA at 98.
Ron Sella is the state champion at 98 pounds here in the PIAAs. Runner-up position goes to Chris Rickard of North Schuylkill. Third went to Randy Miller of North Star High School. Fourth to Jeff Brinker of Bald Eagle Nittany. Fifth to Matt Boujon of Westmont Hilltop. And sixth to Pete Sassaman of Danville.